Just this one? I'll start here. Or start here. On this vote, the yeas are 50, the nays are 50. The Senate being equally divided, the Vice President votes in the affirmative, and the bill, as amended, is passed.
So, Madam President,
The Majority Leader.
got to compose myself a little here. Every senator knows an undeniable truth. We can never do what we do without our amazing, incredible staff. They work behind the scenes. They never fall under the spotlight, but they do incredible work nonetheless. Now that we've finished passing the Inflation Reduction Act, I want to applaud all of the staffers, we already applauded them, but that's good, who made this possible, the hundreds of staffers who serve in Senate offices across the various committees. I want to thank every single one of them for their remarkable work in passing the Inflation Reduction Act. I will submit their names into the record to honor their achievement and preserve forever the role they played in bringing this bill to life. And I ask unanimous consent to have the names of all of the committee staff who contributed submitted into the record.
Without objection.
To the floor staff, particularly the parliamentarian who worked so hard under not easy conditions, and especially because we had to do so much in such a short period of time, we thank you so. The clerks, the doorkeepers, the reporters, thank you. Thank you to the pages who worked overtime to help us in this historic endeavor, and you'll tell your grandchildren you were here. You were here. Thank you to the cafeteria workers, custodial staff, and Capitol Police. The Senate can't function without all of you. And I thank the Office of Legislative Counsel, the Joint Committee on Taxation, the Congressional Budget Office. And of course, I cannot forget my own staff, the best staff ever on Capitol Hill. And my members know it. The members know how good my staff is. I am so dedicated to them. The best in the business. Of course, every senator thinks their staff is the best on Capitol Hill, but in my case, it happens to be true. To Mike Lynch, who has been with me all these years and is so strong and steadfast and steady. To his deputy chief and my deputy chief, Erin Sager-Vaughan, another person who's been here a very long time and is just amazing. We prize her for her EQ, among other talents. She told me that. To Martin Brennan, another like Mike Lynch. Mike Lynch and Martin Brennan have been with me just about since I started being senator, and they are just such rocks in our office. Incredible. Probably the team of husband and wife who've done more to save the earth this year than just about anybody else, and that is Jerry Petrella and Megan Tyra. They met, got married on my staff. They have a beautiful little boy, George. And when you have two people so important, policy director and legislative director, and a little child at home, it is tough. But they managed to be great parents at the same time as being great and amazing staffers. And they're brilliant. They're just brilliant. My executive team is world-class. Emily Sweeta, Kelly Carney, Abby Kaluza, and Raisa Shah, who just left a few weeks ago. An amazing press team. Justin Goodman, Alex Wynn, nicknamed Wynn, of course, Monica Lee, Alice Nam, Ken Myers, Sairi Velas, Jasmine Harris, Jonathan Uriarte, Natalia Cardenas, and everyone on the digital team, the Senate Media Center, who work day and night to record, edit, finalize photos, graphics, videos of every sort. They are a blessing. And I want to recognize my press staff up in New York. They are just incredible. Amazing. I'm just so blessed. Angelo Rufero, Ali Biasati, Paige Tepke. My speechwriter, Tony Rivera. My rapid response director, Dan Yokin. The amazing team of researchers, Hannah Talley, Taya Sherwani, and Mikhail Tezema. Our talented press assistants, thank you so much. Gabriel Avalos, Grace Kaniger, Ria Vashi, and Sydney Johnson. To people who do an amazing job reaching out to the community, Sieta Kiandoli and Julieta Lopez, incredible. They talk to all the groups and make them feel part of what we're doing, and they know what we're doing. It's so wonderful, the job that they do. And a brilliant legislative team. Brilliant. Brilliant is an overused word, but it's not overused in the case of my staff. The ideas they come up with, the way they manage to get everything done, it's amazing. So there's Adrian Deveni and Tim Ryder, Matt Fuentes, Dilly. It's a hard, long last name. I always call him Dilly. I'm glad it's just Dilly. Sundara Murthy. Where is he? Oh, he's not here to correct me. Good. Dilly. Anna Taylor. Anna Taylor is so damn dedicated. She had a baby 2 days ago, and she's still on the phone talking. And I said, Anna, stop. No. She was so dedicated and put so much time into this that she kept working. And her little beautiful child, Posey, we heard her crying happily in the background as we were moving through all of this. John Cardinal, an amazing guy who worked so hard on this and on ChipFab. Reggie Babin, our counsel. Rob Hickman, Annie Daly, Ramon Carranza, Catalina Tam, Sam Rodarte, Jillian McGrath, Justine Ravel, Ryan Egan, Didier Barjan, Grace Magaleta, Bree Sonier Thompson, Van Dan Patel, Leela Najafi, Leanne Simpa Ta Naskul, Jeff Dixon, Mike Kuiken, Lan Bodian, Riza, Yazid, Beth Rabel, Kai Vogel, Josh Gutmacher, and Gunnar Habel. And the floor staff. You know, there are certain people you say you couldn't have done it without you, and a bunch of the names I've mentioned fall in the couldn't have done it without you category. But we all know that, you know, just the wisdom and the knowledge and the history that's in his bones and brain is just made him indispensable. And that is Gary Myrick. Is he here? He's very modest, so I'm going to make him mad. We should all applaud him. He hates it. And of course, Tricia Engel, his great deputy, and the wonderful team on the floor and in the cloakroom, Stephanie Payon, Rachel Jackson, Nate Orsler, Daniel Tinsley, Brad Watt, Jackie Usick, Malik Simmons, and Miriam Wheatley. And of course, my tech and I team. What a great bunch. Scott Rod, and for someone who's not very tech-oriented, this team is indispensable too. Scott, remember everybody, not very tech-oriented. Here it is. Scott Rodman, Heman Mehta, John Housley, and Amy Mannering. And more staffers who work here every day in Washington, and we didn't name a lot of my staff in New York. I'll just throw in the name of Steve Mann, who has been our deputy district director since I started in the Senate and does a wonderful job. They all do, but I just wanted to mention him. And we commiserate with Mike Lynch over the Yankees, who are losing a lot of games these days. As today I conclude, I ask unanimous consent to enter the names of my entire staff in the record.
Without objection.
I want them to know how much I appreciate their work, how great a difference they've made. This bill is going to change America for decades, and you did it. Wherever you go, whatever you do, you should never forget how much you have helped make the world and the globe a better place. Never forget it. So, to every single staffer on my team, to staffers in other offices, committees here on the floor, thank you, thank you, thank you very, very much. I yield the floor because Mr. Padilla has some important words about a New Yorker.